Daniel.
And I'm Saga MC.
And this is a show no one asked for, episode 609. Welcome back. So, how you been since the last episode?
Since the last 24 hours.
Yes.
No, I'm good. I have a fucking headache actually right now.
Really?
Yeah, like just right here.
Have you taken anything for it?
No.
Nice.
It's just
So it's just gonna hurt
pretty much.
throughout this whole podcast.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. That's what I feel like. Just my face, half my
You're
face.
not having a stroke?
I hope not.
Oh.
No, I think I'm fine.
I think I'm fine.
I think I'll be okay. Hopefully.
As your face is
Melting away.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Right.
But so last episode we answered some really good questions.
Yes.
If you want to go back and look, they were really cool. But we got another fan question right under that one. We'll get into some topics, but just to clear, I mean, this one's kind of an in-depth question, but it is a question, and I wanted to answer it. You know, so I'll just spit it out. Considering the current state of popular science fiction franchises like Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, all three criticized for being too woke, quote unquote woke, and putting the message before the story, what do you guys think is the solution to bringing legitimacy back to these titans of sci-fi? Plus.
Okay. I'm listening.
Plus, if more franchises, studios come under fire for the same pandering critique, how do you think this will affect the future of fantasy, adventure, superheroes, and so on, 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 and so on.
Right.
No, and that was from Dark with a little bit of light or something. That was the user, I think.
Yeah. Should we look it up? Should I look it up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up because
we
took the time.
They took the time and they did write a long, in-depth.
I didn't want to look at my phone.
Yeah.
But I'm going to.
You have to. We have to give the shout. Yeah, sure. You got to give the shout out.
I would hate to butcher the name.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to paraphrase the name. The question is one thing after this whole thing.
Question is pretty long. So it's from.
Let's see.
Darkness with some light.
There you go.
Oh,
Almost had it. Had it.
And they edited it.
They edited it, so they cared. That's why.
Maybe it was longer than that.
Maybe.
And they're like, here's the short version.
Maybe. So do you want me to say it again? Do you remember what I said?
I think I got it.
You think you got it? Okay.
This part of my brain is really pulsating. I don't know if it's for the question or the headache, but
So
it's a good question.
It's a good question. Okay. So so what do you think?
What?
So considering the current state of popular so basically they're saying Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, other popular sci-fi, fantasy, adventure, whatever, they're putting the message before the story.
Yeah,
meaning
so like canon or whatever.
Yeah, so I don't think they're accusing this of anything. They're just asking about the critiques that they are getting. So like for example, like changing the gender of a character. Yeah. Just to change the gender, not because the story fits better this way, you know, because they're adapting the story and the development of the character just makes sense. No, they're just changing the gender just because, you know, we gotta satisfy, you know, the status quo that's right now is a woke culture.
Yeah,
you know?
and
so you know, for them being criticized, what do you think? How do you make them legitimate again? And so you know, I guess is what they're asking.
So. I mean, I'm all for diversity. You know, I'm sure you would agree in cinema and every type of facet, right? And I'm not against them changing a character to be, you know, lesbian or to be gay or anything. Like but the only thing is if it fits, if it can work with the story. Like I don't like that, because if you're gonna change it and now like. It doesn't make sense for the character to do certain things, and you just automatically remove it, because now this character is gay, lesbian, white, black, whatever. Then I feel then it changes whatever the original story was. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yes, I agree, but I don't even think that's really as important. I think if it's forced, it's
that's what I'm
fine
saying,
that they're doing it, but if it's forced, then who cares about the message? Because the people you're preaching to the choir. and the people that you're really trying to change their mind, they feel it forced, and you're not changing any minds, so you're not who cares, you know what I'm saying?
So here's a good example to me, and I was recently watching, I was just scrolling through YouTube, and do you remember the Outlaws, the New Age Outlaws? WWE.
Oh yes.
One of the dopest tag teams.
Yes, of all time.
Yeah. And then they had Billy Gunn, and he went on a solo path, you know, and he met up with Palumbo, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. And then they formed a duo, and then on national TV, one proposed to the other, right? And this was in the late '90s, early 2000s, right?
That's right.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, okay, cool," you know. And the gay and lesbian community applauded WWE for doing that, right? And then when it came down to the actual wedding, which, you know, everyone was like, "This is cool." Like, they're actually pushing through it. Pushing this, you know. Billy Gunn was like, "Wait, I'm not really gay," like, you know. And then he was just like, "This was all supposed to be a joke and blah blah," you know. And then they got so much flack for it, right? You know, because it became like, oh, what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
you know, like, what's wrong with being gay? If that, you know, that's fine. Yeah. So I feel that's kind of that. Like, WWE saw an opportunity to be like, hey, let's get in another group.
Yeah, right.
You know, who maybe aren't watching WWE. Right. Let's get them in and satisfy their whatever it is that they would like, right? But then they cut it too short because they're like, no, we don't want to go through with that, right?
Yeah.
So in that respect, they lost out on being genuine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, but you can see that they never cared really about the message.
Yes.
You know, it seemed like they were just trying to push it to get sales, and then when it worked, they pulled the rug from everybody. You know, we're not going to do it.
And that's exactly my point. If it's not genuine, then the message itself doesn't matter anyways. Yeah. So don't force it. So I think they're asking for a solution, right?
Yeah.
I think the solution would be that if you hire a director, then let the director work. Yeah. Whatever works and the story kind of just tells on its own, that will the message will tell through the story. So
it's more so the screenwriter then, because
and the director too, but the screenwriter as well. Okay, and so so that was my next point, is that it's not so much, you don't have to force. We were talking about this on another episode, earlier episode, where why are we changing these things that exist a certain way? Yeah. Like, if we really want to tell a story about a black hero, there are black heroes. Yeah. You know what I mean? If we want to tell stories about Mexican heroes, there are Mexican heroes. Yeah. You know what I mean? There are Chinese heroes. There are you know what I mean? There are all kinds of heroes. Let's tell the stories of these heroes. That we're trying to change like what already exists to kind of fit something, but then it doesn't. It's weird, you know what I mean? And it doesn't serve a purpose anyways. It ends up coming out forced and stuff like that. So
that's what
I think the solution would be, if you hire a director or whatever, and you want a message, get a story that exists with that message and hire, you know what I'm saying? And then get someone to do it. You know?
But my thing is, like, I don't mind if they change a story that's already in print.
I don't either. You know? I don't either. I'm just saying there's a lot to grab from.
No, for sure.
And we're pretending like there isn't. Yeah, and that's part of the problem of not being. People want to act woke. Well, if we're so woke, then get the stories that already exist.
Yeah,
that are authentic and ancient and
they're already in existence for a while.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think they feel like you're getting double points when you're like, this is what it was, and now look what we changed it to. You know?
Yeah.
Like, we know we have those kind of characters already, but we have this one just made a change, you know, and sometimes it works, but it has to. That's the thing. The whole thing has to be overhauled.
Well, it's not even. I don't even think it has to be overhauled. What happens is
I think the story has to. Like, if we had this podcast and then people are like, oh, you know what? I want...
Oh, the story. Yes. The story, if you're going to switch something like a gender or something like that, something big of the character that completely changes the character, then you want the development to be different. Yeah. I feel like those people of whatever group it is would want the story to fit their narrative.
More so than then you just change
then you just changed it. Yeah, exactly. You know? Exactly.
Oh, they're the same hero.
It's almost offensive to whatever group you're trying to pander to not change the story and simply change some aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, look, we're hearing everybody.
Right,
It's
right,
like,
right.
okay, you changed the name and the gender, but
Yeah,
that's not
right,
really
right.
incorporating what it is to be that gender,
Right,
or
right,
to
right.
be, you know, female, or whatever the case may
Exactly.
be. Like, you know, it can't just be like, oh, yeah, like I'm like, oh, they want to talk more about Marvel, and then he wears a Marvel shirt, and we're like, see, we're doing it, we're good.
Yeah.
You know, no, it's like, no, we have to incorporate everything. Then, if that's what they want, you know, full circle it.
Well, yeah, it just shouldn't be forced.
It shouldn't just be an add-in. Like, let's just add some of this. Cool, you know.
Yeah, and the other thing I was gonna say is that this is just a natural thing that happens. The pendulum is swinging, so we've had it one way, you know, a certain way for a very long time. So people are trying to make up for a certain
Lost time.
Lost time, yeah, exactly. That people have not been represented.
But it's
so
rushed though.
Well, so
Yeah. That's
so,
why like the Black Panther movie works so well.
But that's why the answer is always somewhere in the middle. The answer is always somewhere in the middle. Don't force it too much, but don't have it absent either. These social I don't know, points, I guess, that you want to make. You know, don't have them silenced. But you know, when you have them in your face, then they're basically silent. No one's listening. You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, you're just forcing. Yeah, exactly. You're forcing. So it's kind of like it's the same thing as not saying anything.
Yeah.
So because you're kind of turning people away. So the answer is always somewhere in the middle, you know. And I agree, Black Panther did work very well.
You know?
I enjoyed that film.
And the Black Panther character has been around for so long. Like you were saying, bring a character that's already in existence, and just bring it out. You know, bring it up.
Exactly. Just tell the stories that are already there. Or create new ones that fit that story. You know what I mean? Or create brand new ones. I mean, people are already fatigued over the stuff that we already have. I mean, how many Batmans do we need?
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people just want to take the easy, or you know, these directors or these big, you know, film corporations and everything want to do the easy way out. It's like, hey, how about we just do this? Change his ethnicity. Oh, sick. We're cool now. But you know, and that works sometimes. But it's like, no. How about you do a whole overhaul, or create a new character?
Yeah, right. And I think you know, bringing authenticity and being genuine will bring legitimacy back, because then because you gotta start like gaining the trust of the customer again. You know.
And that's why when these big studios, because what was
that's what I was gonna move on to. The next part was plus, if more franchises or studios come under fire for the same pandering critique, how do you think this will affect the future of fantasy, adventure, superheroes, and so on and so on and so on? So like basically, if if this continues and they don't stop, what do I think will be the future for it? I think. I think it'll just stay niche like it was in the 90s. I think it'll revert back to that. And so right now we had a boom of like comic books and stuff like that, you know, because of the MCU and all of that. So now it's cool, and all the kids, and they love it again, you know. It's cool to like comics, right? But what's gonna happen is it's gonna become like very. I mean, we already had Scorsese and Coppola trying to say that they're not films, like, you know, revolutionary films, and they're saying they're not even in the same. They're not classified as what they actually are, which is insane. But what I'm trying to say is if we keep doing like some superficial stuff, they're already looking at Infinity War. People are already looking at Infinity War and like, that's like already fatigued off of it. Imagine if we keep doing this.
See, I feel, you know what I feel differently.
I think if they keep pandering like that, the only people that are gonna watch are people that feel obligated to know the canon of that character.
But I think if they keep pandering, what's gonna happen is more people are gonna be like, dude, this is not the right way to do it, and I think it's gonna spark more people to do it correctly. Like the Joker, mental health. Mental health was the main, you know, the main thing for that, you know, and that's a real issue. But the way they brought it to light, I feel, you know, and so I think it took so many of these bad Joker, you know, characters or these movies that are only one way, you know, to where they're like, well, let's think about it. How can we how can we put something more than what the character is?
Right.
You know? So that's why it took a, they took a leap with that one.
They did.
You know, and there was people who didn't like it because of that.
But that's why I don't think it should be silenced. I don't think that people should stop taking risks completely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't think they should be shoved in our face and without context.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it. I mean, you can do, like you said, change the gender or whatever, but then make the story fit that. Don't just do it to aesthetically please a certain group.
Yeah. Don't
do that. Don't
grab another 100,000 fans.
Right. Exactly. Know? Like because in the long run, that will be you might instantly gain some traction, but in the long run you're doing more damage to your own message. Brand. Which of course they don't really care because they're just trying to get that click view rate, whatever. So they don't really care. But I don't know, that's pretty much what I think about that. I think if they keep it fairly balanced, if they just kind of let people do their thing and then get the stories that you want to tell, just get those. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, that's the best solution, I think. The best solution is to not even change something that exists. I mean, I'm not against that. Yeah. I'm just saying the best solution is to get new stories that we haven't seen. That way no one's fatigued off of your story, no one's fatigued off your character.
And it's not riding off of a name that's already...
Exactly. It's completely unique. Man, how your message will stand out more if it's more unique.
I also understand it's hard to build something from the ground up, you know, versus latch onto something that's already known, you know?
And not only that, but all of these characters that we're talking about, like if we do video games, comics, movies, they have so much canon, so many novels and stories and movies that you can kind of like redo a story or take, you know what I mean, do anything. So there's no need to kind of start from scratch a lot of times. That's how studios see it. I don't see it that way. I would rather see new things. And exactly. That's what I'm saying. If these things happen organically, I think that'll bring legitimacy back to the genre, you know? So
long answer for a long question.
Yes, but thank you for the question.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hopefully you're satisfied.
They're unsubscribed.
Yes, no, thank you for your question. That was a tough one. Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, but see, I think like that pandering goes into everything. Like the Jurassic Park movies. Number one was good. Number two I liked. Number three, I'm gonna say I kind of I enjoyed it, to be honest. You know.
Yeah, I did too.
Jurassic, right?
Jurassic, I did.
That T-Rex fight with the freaking crazy I thought it was cool.
Wait, wait. 3? Are you talking about 3 or Jurassic World?
No, Jurassic
Park 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it Jurassic Park 3?
With the original guy.
Yes, and it had that dinosaur with the
spine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying that was cool. It wasn't the best, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And then they came into Jurassic World, right? But they pandered to the nostalgia of the first. It was blatant.
Yeah, it was blatant.
And
although I still thought it was okay.
Yes, because they didn't incorporate enough new stuff.
Yes.
But that you can see that they're like that whole, we need to get help, and they bring the T-Rex out, and I'm like.
I mean, and then the deaths were so whack. There was no blood in any of the.
But that's the pandering. They're like, hey,
they wanted to get both. Yeah, they wanted to get both the little kids and the
new and the old people. Yeah,
and we could tell they even went harder on the kid thing in the second. One, I thought it was way more cartoonish.
I was not a fan,
and I was not. And I felt that way over the first one.
Too, right?
Yeah, so the Jurassic World, I felt that way, but I was like, okay, I get it, you know. I get it, and so, but the second one, it was too much for me. It was like, it's not for me. I get it. You're not even trying to get me now. No. You're not even trying. This is not. I'm not watching
I'm
this.
Out of this.
I'm out of this. Yeah.
You already got my money.
Yeah, you got my money, but you didn't even. Yeah, you didn't even watch it.
You sold me on dinosaurs.
For me. Yeah, exactly.
And lost me.
Like, dang, dude. You lost me.
So they're making actually a third one.
Lost world.
Right. They're making the third one.
Yeah, of course they are.
But did you see the battle at like something Ridge? It was like a short. No. That's basically taking place after Jurassic World 2 and the third one.
I haven't seen it.
So you gotta check it out because it's basically it sets off this family's camping and now the dinosaurs have just been out in the world now.
Oh,
so now they're just out.
Oh, I think I seen that.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So and now it's
and
like
it looked like a family vacation on the beach, and then like the
that was at the end. Yeah.
Yes,
but I like that they made it look more realistic in terms of like dinosaurs are just in the world now, and you're trying to live with these fools. Yeah. And at any moment, some dinosaurs can come through your tent, and they're looking for food, and they're just trying to adapt to this new world, So and it looked more gritty, it looked like, fuck yeah, this is what it would be like if they came out,
Right.
And so I'm kind of excited to see part 3 because of that.
Yeah.
Okay? And the reason I bring that up is because the reason I bring up anything is because
mental health. That's why you like the Joker so much.
The Joker was fucking good.
It was alright.
Whatever. You don't know
it was
cinema.
Good.
You don't know cinema.
It was good.
Check out the last
pandering
podcast.
to
Check
the
out
film,
the last
to the
podcast.
film snobs.
Oh
It was
my
pandering. It was one of those like, oh, we're making a good film.
It's
for
a
everyone.
fucking badass.
You only like this if you understand and get it.
That's not what. You know what? Anyway, I went to the zoo recently.
You went to the zoo.
Yeah.
You saw your relatives.
You know, it's when I was gonna make a joke. And I didn't say I saw you there, but I decided to take the high road. And look at you. You stooped to a lower level. Not surprised. Not surprised. But I went to the zoo.
Always with your self-righteousness.
You had to take the high road. I took the high road. Anyway, right. As I look down upon you, and continue my story.
Exactly.
Like my wife was freaking out because, like I had my son and he was feeding the giraffe, right? Mm-hmm. And then you just hear the monkeys getting crazy, I'm like, they're monkeys, right? But we don't see them. And Amy, my wife is like, dude, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. They're probably running around, Mm-hmm. And she's like, that doesn't sound normal. Right? And I'm like, well, we're at the zoo.
Yeah. What?
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, yeah. What is it,
Right.
And so then we go to see the lions, and they were actually awake. But the lioness was like laying down, and she just didn't look like she was feeling well.
Okay.
And then the lion goes over, licks her mane. Licks her neck or whatever. And then he starts staring at the people watching, And I'm like, oh shit, I'm taking pictures. And then he starts going, ooh. His little, and he's looking out at everybody. And my wife's like, we gotta go. And I'm like, why? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Or, because she's pregnant too. I was like, what's going on? She's like, he's telling us, he's warning us. And I'm like, what? Like, what is he warning us about? And she's like, come on, no, like, I'm serious, I'm getting a bad feeling, And I'm like, and I'm taking pictures, I'm like, oh, that's cool, and I'm like, taking some good shots,
Yeah.
And I'm like, this fool can't fucking jump the moat,
No.
He's not, tigers maybe, because tigers have gotten out, and those fools can jump like 11 feet, crazy.
No, tigers are
shit.
like my favorite animal.
Are they? They're fucking dope.
I have like a few favorite animals.
And a tiger's one of them.
It's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
Who cares?
Yeah.
No, so
your ass kicked
right?
in the show.
So then he starts, mouthing off, right? And I'm taking these good pictures, right? And she's panicking, like she's like, no, really, like we need to leave, we need to go, and I'm like, oh, fine,
Yeah.
And so there's this weird like staircase in the back of like his little jungle area, and so he, and I'm thinking like, yeah, that's crazy if he was to get out, right? But it's not possible, not likely. So anyway, he goes down this like look like staircases, and I'm like, that fool's no longer visible, And then I started thinking, I'm like, what if the door was open and that fool's just like, oh, okay, you didn't want to hear my cries? I'm gonna walk around, surprise, motherfuckers. Yeah. So then I start walking off. I'm like, okay. And then I tell Amy, my wife, I'm like, he's gone. And she's like, what do you mean he's gone? I'm like, no, like he went down some stairs. I look back and I was like, and I noticed, I'm like, no, he came back up, right?
Yeah.
So we keep going. And she's like, no, we should probably leave the zoo. I'm like, but you wanted to come to the zoo. This is what happens. They act like animals, right?
Yeah, right.
And so we go, and then this was where it tripped me out. So we go, and there's one zebra. I'm like, okay, cool. 20 minutes before closing, right? I'm like, okay. He's like at the farthest part of his enclosure, and I'm about to take a picture, and then this fool fucking gallops towards our area, right?
The zebra?
Yeah, the zebra, right? And it was right after and my son's like, what sound does a zebra make? And I'm like, I don't really know.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
yeah. Like, but I couldn't really. Is that a car alarm? And we're that part, right next to the zebra. Exactly. Is this your zebra, sir?
Yeah.
No, so I'm like, yeah, I don't know what sound that they really make. You know, I can't mimic it, right? I wouldn't have done that shit. but it starts fucking like full on sprinting towards us, and it gets to the side of the enclosure, and it starts doing that. You know? But it just full on like you need to leave, like craziness.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh shit, like what the fuck? And now I'm starting to think, what's up with these animals? As I'm taking more pictures.
Right.
You know, and she's like, we need to leave.
Yeah.
She's literally getting freaked out. And I'm like, maybe we should leave. You know, I'm like, it's the weather.
They can't do anything.
Well, I told her the best bet would be if there was the lion came out would be to jump in the enclosure with the zebra, so that the lion would eat the zebra.
Yeah.
You would think that's my logic. Yeah. They'd be like, fuck, no, don't eat me. Look at this motherfucker.
Yeah, but it would only eat the zebra if the zebra is weaker than the prey. Then.
Well, no, because I think if he started running and had nowhere to go, I think he would go for the zebra because that's more something that they would know. Like, you know. Yeah.
A zoo's lion though.
Hey, I don't know where
he's all the people that didn't get away.
All the people that
saw the beard, you know, he's like, oh,
this
human's trying to be a lion, like,
right? I saw him taking pictures of me.
Yeah,
unsolicited pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I was telling him to leave. Right. My wife was feeling not good.
Not good. And you just laughed it off.
You laughed it off, dude.
I went down the stairs to show you.
Yeah. I went to my room. I came back.
You were still
there. You were still there.
But yeah, she was panicking, and then a little bit of panic spilled onto me, right? But I bring all this up because we were talking about Jurassic Park. Would you go to a Jurassic Park if they made it? Because I asked her, I was like, if they made a Jurassic World, fucking with real dinosaurs, they brought them back. With real dino DNA.
Before the movie?
No, the movie's out.
The movie's out?
You know everything.
Then no.
Really?
I'm asking you the right question. I'm like, well, if you didn't know, and someone said, hey, we have an amusement park with dinosaurs, I'd be like, dude.
They're like, just in.
Awesome.
We've created a real Jurassic Park.
That's awesome. Yeah. You know, because they created it. They're assuring me that they figured out the kinks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so they're telling me that. But now that I saw the movie and that they would release it without figuring out the kinks.
No, but I'm saying the movies are still the movies, but they've said they guarantee, whatever that means. They guarantee that no.
Then would I go if it was like so? You're saying like I would.
Yeah, like we've seen the movies.
Oh, okay, if it was a land that existed, we know it's safe.
Yes. Well, I mean,
I would go.
It's only as safe as anything else.
As the zoo.
But what I'm saying is
terrified of the zoo.
I wasn't terrified. My wife was. But what I'm saying is the zoos are safe, right? Yeah, a little bit spill out.
Yeah,
a splash. But the zoos are safe, and then lions and gorillas still get out.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So it's safe, but shit happens. Would you go knowing that they're fucking dinosaurs now?
I would go maybe once or twice.
Okay.
And but I don't know if I would go with my kids unless they were like
old enough to run by themselves.
Like 25 and older.
25?
Dude.
Jeez. I mean, talk about, imagine like your kids at school and they're like, dude, you hear some other kids talking, I just went back, look at the pictures I got from the T-Rex. No.
I'm saying I can't decide. I probably can't decide. Once they're 18, if they want to go, they can go. But I would want.
But a lost opportunity.
I would want them to go. Not. I would want them to be physically strong enough to run from a dinosaur.
You're not running from a dinosaur, though.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Man.
I would go.
I would go too because you have to go. Yeah, how do you not go?
Exactly.
There's 65 million years.
Yeah, and you brought them back.
And we brought them. You have to go. How do you not?
Yeah.
So you're asking me like, that's kind of like people when they ask like, the space question, like, would you go in space or whatever? Like, you wouldn't go in space?
Not unless I had to.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you had to. Some people are like, no, if the world is. I've talked to people where they're like, nah, if that's it, I'm done with the world. Yeah. Like, I'm not getting on a plane trying to find another planet or find another existence.
But that's different though, because you don't have to go to this Jurassic Park.
That's true. That's true.
It's just like, you missed out.
It would be as if there was an amusement park
in space. Yeah, I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go.
That risk would be way too high.
It would be also
No.
But see, the dinosaur one is almost like a zoo one, but a little bit higher.
It's a lot higher.
It's a lot higher, yeah.
It's
a lot higher.
Yeah, these things ate the animals you were watching at the zoo.
Yeah,
I still go though.
The thing though is that a zoo is budgeted for a zoo. I feel like the Jurassic Park, you wouldn't have zoo fences for Jurassic Park. You would have Jurassic Park fences for Jurassic Park.
I would have.
Do you know what I'm saying? It would be one Jurassic Park. There wouldn't be a bunch of them. It'd be one, and all the money would be like. We'd make sure that they're not.
Yeah, and we have people with guns walking around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it would be. We would know, like you said, we would know the movies are out. It would be safer than the movies.
But what's crazy is, as you know, there'd be people that would go and be like, "Oh, T-Rex," and you'd feel the panic though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
it wouldn't be something that you would want to take lightly. There's a T-Rex missing.
But what if they had some way to just shut down the dinosaur immediately?
They have like collars, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either because then it kind of takes away from the experience. But at the same time, then you don't get eaten.
No, that's not the same. Like I don't want to get eaten.
So then there's like such a fine line.
I don't mind the risk.
Okay.
Because it's something that magnificent that there has to be some kind of risk.
Right.
Like you're going into this place with hopes that everything's checked and accounted for, but
I would go.
All right.
I would go.
Then I'll buy us a ticket.
Yeah, I would go.
It's only a matter of time.
You have to experience something like that. I don't know.
In person.
If they were to pop that out tomorrow,
I would. I don't know if I would go day one.
No, of course not. Of course not.
You wait to see if people survive.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's like plastic surgery when it first came out with that. You gotta wait a few decades. you gotta wait. Right? Yeah, and they're still not there.
Or it depends on where you go.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta wait a little bit, make sure the ride. That's like when new rides come out. You wait a few months, see what's up. Mm-hmm. You're not there day one waiting.
No.
You know what I mean? See how it goes. See who makes it out alive first. I don't know.
So you would go.
I would definitely go.
Yeah.
I would definitely go. And that's a fantastic ride. It's not a real ride. It's not real land.
Even
the
Jurassic Park ride at Universal Studios is pretty cool.
It is cool, but see, Universal is more known for their experiences more than the actual ride. You know what I mean? Which is okay. I love Universal Studios. But speaking of like that, are there any rides that you have missed or think that you know what I mean?
Like
that you would want to bring back or underrated rides maybe? You know what I mean?
I missed and I was scared of it when I was a kid, and we'll talk about that another day. E.T. the E.T. ride.
The E.T. ride is a great ride.
It was. They don't have it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Now they put the mummy there.
Is that what's there?
Yeah, but it's a good ride too.
But it's not like the E.T. ride.
Like the E.T. ride, man. Come on.
If you were born in 2000 and up, you probably didn't see the E.T. ride.
No, you didn't. And the E.T. ride was special because the ride was awesome.
Yeah, it was slow.
You ride the bike and it takes you feel like you're in scenes of the movie.
Yeah, you have the E.T. in your little cart.
But that ride was an amazing experience. But what made it so special, at least to me, what I always remember about the E.T. ride the most was the line. In the line, dude. So in the line, you're in the forest.
Yeah.
And like there's stuff. Yeah, and it was so creepy because it's like you can't see the ceiling. They like fog it up and then the trees go into the ceiling. So it's kind of like you're really in a forest and it's like kind of crowded and it's cold, like a little cold, like fresh. And it's foggy, and you see aliens, you see stuff moving in the... They really did it up in the line. It was so dope. And then you go on the ride. Yeah, exactly. Because it's kind of dim.
I was scared as an adult.
Well, they made it like nighttime.
Yeah, but I was scared of the E.T. movie, which we'll get... Well, we're not going to talk about that.
You're scared of the E.T. movie?
It was... out of context, it sounds like I'm, scared.
Well, you're scared of the E.T. movie, the zoo... like, what's going on?
We'll say that...
Don't hit me.
We'll save that for another podcast.
They're scared of me too?
Oh my god. No one's scared of you.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You're not scared of you.
I'm not. I don't terrify
that
myself.
That doesn't make sense.
No,
you're terrified of your own shadow. No,
your intelligence is shown.
Where? Where did it go? No, but I like the part where you're
on droopy face.
On this part. No, I like the part where you're in the little bike.
Right.
And then, so you go up and it looks like they make it seem like you're flying over the city.
Yeah.
And then they have everything so small.
And it's moving.
Yeah.
It's actually like the cars are moving.
Yeah, so it actually looks like you're flying over the city, a small city,
You know another ride that does that?
What?
But it was underrated. It was when I was a kid.
Okay.
It was never packed. even when I was a kid, like all the other rides were always packed. This ride was never packed.
Okay.
And as I grew older, like now I've gone back with my kids and it is packed. If you go past like, 11 or something, Peter Pan. And they have that same effect.
Do they really?
Yeah, they have that same effect where you're flying over and
don't remember being
and
on
it's
that one.
London and they do that like little effect where everything's really small. I love
Okay.
when rides do that. I don't know, I like that.
No, it's
like,
cool, yeah.
It's a really cool effect. But E.T. did it the best.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think I've ever been on Peter Pan. Then.
Oh shoot!
Or not in a long time to remember though.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll go.
It's
never.
great.
I don't have a
Neverland.
pass,
Oh, okay.
and that's just like $9,000.
Dude, it's so crazy how crazy expensive these are.
Back to the Future.
Oh man, that's
another
a great
ride.
one. That was a great one. Both Universal then.
Yeah, but they replaced it with fucking the
Simpsons.
Oh man, it was not worth it to me.
I like it.
No,
I like it. I think it's good.
This
Is
is
it better?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's different. I don't know if it's better.
This is why I don't like it, because I remember in the Back to the Future I would get that stomach feeling. Like
Oh,
I was on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But with the Simpsons ride,
yeah,
I was
that's
like,
true. That's true.
Right?
I do agree with that.
I would just be shaking.
So I do enjoy the Simpsons ride because I'm entertained at what I'm seeing. But as in terms of feeling that roller coaster ride, definitely Back to the Future would give it to me, and I don't get that in the Simpsons.
Simpsons is like, oh, okay.
So another ride I miss, but I don't think its replacement is worse than it is King Kong. So I like the new stuff that they did. I do miss the animatronic King Kong, like shaking the bridge. I do.
Yeah, because it was just cool to see
It was
the
cool, and you feel the flame. You know, when the stuff blows up, you feel it in your face. You're like,
yeah, but the screens.
But the screen looks so dope.
And you're just like, oh shit, it's on the left side.
Like, oh,
it's above.
Yeah, and it shakes on top.
Yeah.
Like, do.
I think
that's pretty
That's
cool,
a good
man.
improvement.
But the tram has always been a legendary attraction. I think the whole thing mixed together makes it what it is, and I love the tram. If you love movies, you love Universal Studios, and definitely I think those rides are some of the best. What are some other rides that
the one at Disneyland with the Yeti? The Abominable Snowman. Yeah, the Matterhorn.
Yeah, what about
because they redid that one where they have that. Yeah, they have a screen panel now when you go
up.
Oh,
you're right.
And he's
you're right.
Like
yeah,
looking at
you're right. But it's not the animatronic. It's not him.
No,
yes,
he's gone.
You're right. You're right.
Animatronic
I've seen that.
Yeah,
you've seen that.
But I think that's cool.
You know a ride that I like that's might be underrated. I don't think it's underrated for kids, but Alice in Wonderland. I just like being on that ride. Yeah, I do. I like it. I like the movie. It's one of my favorite Disney movies.
It's that one's
so
a crazy one.
The ride is so immersive. It's everything that you see in the movie, you see on the ride, all the characters that you want to see. I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Man, I don't think I've been on that one either.
Yeah,
I think it's because
you gotta see it, man. You gotta be on it.
I don't go on it because when I think
you haven't gone on since Kingston.
Yeah, like the only one I've gone on with Kingston was like the Little Mermaid one.
Oh, and that's a pretty good one.
That's okay.
I like that one.
Okay.
That's on California Adventure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's why we go to California Adventure more.
But see, that had Bug's Life, and for kids, the Bug's Life land was really cool because there's no lines, and the rides are all for kids, and you can just keep going on them and going on them. And I thought that, and the land is immersive too.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. They changed it.
Why is it gone, Daniel?
I don't know. Is that where? No. I don't know why it's gone.
I thought you told me that's where they put the Star Wars thing.
No, that's not where they put Star Wars.
Oh, they just took it out?
They took it out and they put something else there.
Is it Cars? No,
Cars was already there.
Cars
they put something else there. They put something else there. It's on the tip of my tongue. Dang it! It's on the tip of my tongue. But have you been to the new Star Wars?
No, dude.
You have not been to the new Star Wars?
No, because I don't have money for fucking that kind of shit. I don't have credits.
You don't have credits. You don't have social credits.
No, like it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot going on in my life.
It's a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I don't want to talk about it.
No, but I really want to go, especially that new one, the new ride that came out.
So I've been there.
Daniel over here has a gripe.
No, well, so I've
I
been.
It's a fucking problem.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. No. So I win.
You
have a lot but it's just too crowded. It's so crowded.
It's too crowded. It scares me.
It's not crowded, but I went with my kids. So granted, I went with them. I'm not going specifically for them to go on this ride, so it wasn't a priority to be on.
So you don't blame them for your shitty time.
No, I'm trying to say
Jeez.
I'm not gonna waste my kids, my 5-year-old's time wasting, being on a 4-hour line for a 2-minute ride that they're not gonna enjoy or even go on, and have them wait for me. And we could just go on other stuff. So we left because there's only like two rides maybe or something that you can really enjoy. But I will say that it is very immersive. You do feel like you're in a Star Wars land.
So you're judging.
You do not feel like you seriously feel like you're just in the movie.
So you're judging it and not even going on any rides. Did you at least go to
exactly.
Did you actually go to the
marketplace?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
The bar,
and it looks really cool. Yeah, and it looks really cool. That's really cool. It's cool. It's cool.
That's like,
they
going to a restaurant and not eating the food and saying, "Well, this place sucks."
No, they did it up.
The food's whatever.
They did it up. They did it up.
Did you eat the food, Daniel? No, because the line was too long. But it looked like a nice restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a good judge of it. I'm not, because I haven't gotten it, and I am saying it does look really immersive. So they went all out, and it does look immersive. I will say that. I don't know what the ride's like. Maybe it's worth it. You know, I don't know. I haven't.
You seemed a little upset.
Well, so I do know that they had debated whether they should do a Marvel land or a Star Wars land.
Massaging the table.
And I really, you know,
wax on, wax off.
No, but when they were having the debate, I wanted a Marvel land,
and that would be fucking dope.
It would be so dope.
Correctly.
If done correctly.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can cram all that in a small spot like that. I mean, not to say that Star Wars is small, but because I've never been.
Right.
But I think you would need its own park for that.
Yeah.
You know, like.
No, you would need its own park. A Marvel park.
That
it would be
dope.
So cool.
But that would take like 10 years to make.
Yeah, it would.
Actually, no, because they build and then they have the land and they can just make more.
So, you know, if there was a land that I wanted to make,
it would be Marvel.
I mean, yes,
okay.
obviously, but that's I feel like that's a low hanging fruit.
Okay.
And not that the one I'm about to say isn't, but it would be really cool to have like a Nintendo land. You know what I mean? And you walk in and it's like,
I'm listening.
Well,
sell me.
Think about it. So you have Mario. You could have a whole Mario is, you can break up the land like Yoshi Island or all this stuff.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Kirby's Dreamland.
Okay.
You have you can have
Metroid.
Metroid, Link. Link would be cool. Metroid would probably be in something else. You know, you'd have to make it like a technology part of the Nintendo, you know.
But there's definitely a lot of games you could pull from.
You could pull some, and it would be very different. Yeah, exactly. Luigi's Mansion. You would have Mario Kart, like the go-karts that you race people, but you can choose the different characters and like fight each other. You could have like a melee, some sort of like melee something. I don't know. And then imagine if you had an entire land of just Pokemon.
So so you took the one that
but that's Nintendo. It would be Nintendo.
But Pokemon, I would.
No, that's what I'm saying. If I was like a mogul, I'd be like Nintendo, because then I can have a whole land where it's just because Mario also would be very expensive.
But that's what I'm saying. I think
you know what I mean.
But
Nintendo.
But Pokemon is Pokemon though. Like Pokemon's bigger than Nintendo. You get what I'm saying?
No.
It is. Yes.
Well, yes. Okay.
It is.
Yes.
Because
it is.
Like the Pokemon Go is not Nintendo.
You're right.
I don't think. No, it's not.
It's not?
No. That's not a Nintendo game.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like that would be my theme park that I would want to create.
No.
And I'm not even a freaking
I don't
nerd about Pokemon.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I think it would be like Pixar. Pixar is part of Disney. You know what I'm saying? They don't make a Pixar land. Pixar stuff is involved in whatever Disney is. I think Pokemon would be very similar.
No.
Pokemon, all the games are Nintendo.
Most the games, them, yes. But what I'm saying is that world would be too big to capsize it in. Hey, let's just kind of go like a Toontown.
No, not a Toontown. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to make it. This park would have to be. I mean, we're talking fantasy. These are made up.
Yeah.
This is make up. We're making it up. This is my dream. I have no restriction. You're making up laws. You're trying to hold me back, bro.
Well, I'm trying to.
I thought you said you're for being woke and for being diverse and adding stuff. And
but that has nothing to do with it. But what I'm saying is like I'm trying to make it into some kind of reality, because I do think there is talks for a Pokemon land.
I would be down for it being its own land.
Yeah,
I think it's possible. I'm just saying, like, you're asking me my fantasy thing or whatever.
Whoa! That's not what I asked. Anything like that. No.
Oh well, I thought that's what was happening.
Right.
You're throwing signals, bro.
But no, the Nintendo, I could see that actually. You didn't sell me at first, but then I was like, oh shit, there's a lot.
There's a lot, dude.
Kind of like Ready Set Go. Oh, is that movie?
Ready Player One. Ready Player One. Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait for them to do that kind of shit.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
But no,
Nintendo.
Mario Kart.
Yeah,
you got me on the Mario Kart.
That's just one ride, even. You know what I mean?
Mansion would be.
Would just be one like haunted mansion. You know what I mean? It would be Luigi's Mansion.
That's
you could do so many things.
Because it's crazy that like there's not more. Well, I mean, I don't know what it takes to make a fucking theme park, but I'm sure it takes billions of dollars and a lot of space. But it's just crazy that like there's not new ones coming out.
Yeah, new
like it's been
parks.
Disneyland.
Yeah,
it's been Knott's Berry Farm.
You're very Universal
Studios.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Forever.
Yeah, how are there not new ones?
Yeah, I don't know.
Themed parks. Like how are there not a Nintendo Land? And Nintendo's been out for a long time. How is there not one?
Yeah, that's a fucking cash grab if I've ever seen one.
You know, one that I don't know why they don't do is like some sort of like horror land, like all horror, like movies, video games.
Well, I think that kind of falls in the Universal for like horror nights.
No, but just all year round, you can go there all the time. Just because the horror nights or whatever, it's kind of lame. It's lame. Cool. It's cool if you can go and you gotta sacrifice the night to go on one or two mazes. It's like
it takes
it's
forever.
Not like it used to be when Universal wasn't as well known. You know what I mean? Or not as big.
Yeah, when it wasn't a yearly event.
Yes,
like
exactly.
It just barely was starting. Yeah.
Right, and so now it's kind of like that's what I'm trying to say. Like the Star Wars stuff. Like sometimes not Star Wars, but sometimes you can get so popular that it kind of throws off the purpose of the ride. You know what I'm saying?
They like for Star Wars they have it. I think it's kind of lifted, but like there was that you had to reserve an entry. Like, it's like fuck. I already bought the ticket. Now I have to. Obviously you didn't have to pay for the reservation, but you have to reserve. You can't just walk in.
So if it's not accessible, what's the point?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. What's the land that you would want?
I think that was the one, Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon.
Yeah. And again, I'm not like a huge fan of Pokemon. I mean, I am a fan.
Right.
I'm not gonna downplay it, but I'm not like I don't have any of the games except for the one on my phone, which I don't play as much, but anymore. But yeah, like that. I mean, like, dude, especially now having a kid, it's like, my son's starting to get into Pokemon. Like he's looking at Pokemon, Pikachu, blah blah. I was like, dude, imagine it was like a safari, like the Pokemon Snap. You know, where you're like you trying to take pictures of Pokemon. You're on a ride and you can throw Pokeballs at these creatures.
Man. Yeah, that would be crazy. That'd be so awesome.
You know?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I don't know. I would be down with that. Have you seen those amusement parks that are abandoned that people go to?
Yeah, that's probably why they don't. Those are the ones that didn't work.
They didn't work, right? Yeah. Those themed ones that didn't work out. They're like niche ones. But I've never seen a Nintendo one, and I doubt that would go out and be abandoned. You know.
But it's crazy because there was one on the way to Vegas. There was an abandoned water park.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah, I think they've torn it down now.
Oh, okay.
I think there was some pro skater that skated it, the bowl, like, he skated down the actual, whatever, the drop or whatever. But
would you go to these abandoned?
I wanted to go to that one, but then so my problem is that.
What if there are?
No, I'm scared of like people in less fortunate situations that are hanging around there, who might have some reason to stab you. Not to say that only bad people live there. Sometimes there's people that are just bad. Have a bad luck or whatever, and they're
and you're infringing on their house.
Yeah, exactly. So either way, they're like, well, I've been here in this fucking slide forever, and now you're trying to take pictures.
Right.
And now I have to stab you and steal your camera.
Yeah, right.
To sell it.
Right. That's what I never understand about like ghost hunters, is that they go unarmed. It's just really wild. That's wild.
Because it's a phantasm. It's not a fucking thing you're gonna shoot.
Right.
This is not fucking Ghostbusters.
Okay. So
you're not gonna set the trap and
if I'm like right now, we're like in my house.
Yes.
I'm gonna get armed against zombies, and you're like, yeah, but zombies don't exist. Oh yeah, you're right, Patrick. I'm gonna throw away all my weapons because zombies don't exist. But we know that other things can come. I can list many other things that can come other than zombies. So like, yes, you're absolutely right. Okay. Ghosts are the specific reason that we're going, and I'm not saying that you need a gun for the ghosts, But what if there's the guy that you're talking about that comes out swinging a freaking
okay,
pipe?
well, see, that's what I'm
and
saying.
you
I
have
thought
a
you were bringing
gun?
the weapon for the ghost, and I'm like,
No.
you're dumb. Like,
No, I think
that's
they're
why-
dumb for never being armed. They're in the middle
okay,
of nowhere.
Then okay, I
in
can
an
agree.
abandoned hotel in the middle of
Okay.
like nowhere.
No, and I get that. It's not.
And they have no. What about
But it-
bears? Wolves.
Okay, but that's not where you started. You started saying, "Oh, these abandoned, fucking."
Well, they go unarmed. How are you going anywhere in the dark unarmed?
But you said
unarmed.
if they were haunted, would you go? Why do they go unarmed? These ghosts.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that you're like, they're gonna shoot the ghosts. Like that's dumb.
Well, yeah.
No, that's dumb.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay. How so, Daniel?
Because what else are you gonna do? Like
run.
Yeah, I'm gonna run too.
So
but
you're gonna be the guy
if
shooting the bullets at the ghost as it goes through it, and it's just gonna take over.
We don't know.
I've seen enough movies
you're
to know that people don't shoot fucking ghosts.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that you're speaking as if this is like 1 + 1 is 2. We know this. Like we this is how we deal with ghosts.
No,
we teach our kindergartners until their 12th grade with how to deal with ghosts, and no, we don't know. There is no textbook or nothing. So if I'm in danger and I'm backing up. You know what I mean?
You're gonna shadow box with a ghost?
No, but I'm not gonna try nothing. I'm not just gonna scream and put my hands on my face. I am going to, if I'm cornered and I can't go anywhere, I'm gonna start at some point start swinging.
I would swing on the air, I guess.
You would, right?
But
eventually you would.
But I'm not gonna take a stand. I'm not gonna stop and be like, "You're not gonna come anymore, any closer, ghosts. Let's go."
No,
that's dumb.
You don't.
You'll be armed to the teeth, and I'm just gonna see it enter your body and evaporate you.
Okay,
or
so
whatever it would do. And I'm like, there's Daniel. See, he did nothing. That's why I'm still running.
I just think you have to take your chance. Like, if I'm already pointing a second of pulling a trigger, if I'm already pointing in a certain direction because we hear something. Yeah. Let's say we hear something over there, right? And I'm already pointing my gun. I'm not wasting any time in taking a shot and then turning and going. I'm not sitting there for 10 minutes going like, pulling the trigger for 10 minutes. No, it takes two seconds to just like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, oh shoot, it's coming, threatening me. Boom, boom.
You
and
shot
then
the
you
bomb.
like, you know,
awesome,
like,
Daniel. Now we're murderers. The guy was just like, hey, go.
But see, so
like,
it's not.
That was not needed.
But
I
no.
can't even talk to you right now.
Right, but so at least the gun is a weapon. So you acknowledge that it's a weapon that could damage something that is coming.
Well, yes,
at
I know what a gun's purpose is.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So you don't know if it'll harm a ghost. We don't know. Have people shot at a ghost? Have you shot at a ghost?
No, because
have you seen it? Have you swung a bat at a ghost?
I wouldn't get in.
Have you seen a ghost? You ghost expert?
I've never seen it.
So how do you know that my gun wouldn't work? You lose. You lose. How do you know that?
Physics.
Quantum physics? Metaphysics? What physics? Show me what physics ghosts are in. What section ghosts are in physics?
No, because they're clearly apparitions.
What's the science?
They're apparitions. They're not physical. They're not a physical form. Yeah, otherwise then it would be a flesh. It would be something. Yes, you can pierce with a bullet. Yes, your silence is golden because you understand that if it's a ghost, they're categorized as things that are not living.
Yeah, but how do you know the thing is a ghost? A lot of times. Okay, so have you seen Nuke's Top 5? Nuke's Top 5 YouTube channel, dude. If you haven't seen it, you gotta check it out. Nuke's Top 5 and Search Spooks.
Okay.
You got those two. There's a bunch of them, but Nuke's Top 5 is the best one because he does the best compilations. And all it is they take compilations of like supposed ghost evidence, and he never claims that it is ghost evidence. He always says you look for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
But he basically takes compilations of videos of evidence around the world, and he puts it together, and he leaves you to decide, you know. And so, a lot of times these things are coming like to hurt the person in the camera, and like they run because they're unarmed. But like if you're armed, like I'm not gonna run from something that's physical and is like decrepit and is struggling to walk towards me. Like if you're struggling to walk towards me and I'm armed, like I'm not threatened by you. I'm like, oh man, that's creepy and that's scary. But like if you get any closer, then like this is gonna be a problem. Like you can't hurt. I'm not gonna let you like eat me. You know, you're like, like some bum. You know, like, stop.
Yeah, but also you're
Stop
gonna be
it.
a murderer.
No.
Like, why would you know? Like,
No, but if it's a person, if it,
I
then
think
you'll know.
they don't want to
Like,
carry
is
a
it a
weapon because
ghost?
they probably can't just carry a weapon like that freely into the woods. You know what I'm saying?
In the woods?
Or wherever they're at, they probably you can't just carry a weapon.
I don't know. They go literally unarmed. Like, no bat, no knife, no
dumb.
nothing.
Yeah, a knife.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. I'm not saying going like Rambo to fight ghosts.
I think you are.
What's the issue?
Come on, motherfucker.
Does it hurt? What I'm saying, if you had the choice, would you take this pencil or would you be armed like Rambo? If you had the choice.
Jeez, that's overkill.
Would you be like this? Okay, Patrick would choose this pencil, this number 2 pencil, and I would choose Rambo's weapons. Would I be effective? I don't know, but I feel a lot more confident. And you're already scared of zoos.
Oh my god.
And you'd be terrified of this
I
ghost.
just thought about the animals and how strangely all 3 of these were acting. Alright? But I wasn't scared because I stayed longer at the zoo.
Because I faced my fears. I wasn't scared because I proved to everyone.
I waited
that
till 20 minutes after closing.
They had to kick me out. No, I'm proving a point to my family.
So you're kicking me out. I would stay at the zoo, but you're kicking me out of the zoo.
Sir, you have to leave.
Oh, man.
You saw that, Amy.
Yeah.
You saw that. They're kicking me out. I'm not scared. Oh man, dude.
I don't know. I think that's excessive. That's excessive.
Is it
Rambo
excessive?
Or having a pencil?
You can't tell me how I can ask my questions.
I can't.
Right?
But I can also choose to not answer them.
Yeah, you could, and you would lose.
Rambo.
Because you would get stuck with the pencil.
I would have the pencil,
Mm-hmm.
and I would not have to worry about you getting arrested, like I getting arrested because I'm armed to the teeth.
Yeah, and you would be dead.
World War III.
And you would be dead.
Because
and I wouldn't
chance
even
of
shoot
bomb.
my gun because the whatever's coming at me would see him with the pencil and me armed and be like, oh wow, I'm gonna eat this guy. And I'm not gonna go with the guy that can potentially harm me because I don't know what that is.
I think
I'm from the 1700s. So I'm a ghosty ghost. Exactly.
He has a sword.
Yeah,
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah, exactly. I can beat this guy. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think no, but that's the thing. If you had those weapons, I don't think he would
even know
he
to
wouldn't
stop. Yeah, yeah.
Like, this fool has something I don't know what that is. Yeah, looks like a pipe of some kind of barrel.
Yeah, exactly. Probably can't move quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand. Yeah, they shouldn't be unarmed, but they don't need to be with fucking assault
Machine
rifles
guns
and shit for some ghosts.
Not for the ghosts, but these areas that they're going.
No, yeah,
there could be.
But maybe the person off camera has the weapons.
Maybe.
You know, and they're only filming the persons who are unarmed.
So there's a lot of them I watch, and there's guys from the Middle East that they always on Nuke's top 5, and the guys from the Middle East always run towards the whatever is making. So it's so funny because the Americans or the British or whatever, they'll see stuff and they're like oh, and then they'll run away, you know, and they'll stay, but they run away, and then they'll see something else and oh my goodness. But the Middle Eastern guys, they're praying, you know?
Yeah.
But they're running towards it, yelling as they're praying. So they'll like a door will slam, and they run towards the door and like,
yeah.
Because they're trying to find out what that is. Like, what is that? I
see,
want to be certain that there was nothing there, and they are, and they are certain.
No, they're not.
I mean,
certain.
they're not because.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're in the same position as the person who ran back and said everything. You know?
Except you're scared, and probably the person is not, right? Like I would
maybe.
No, they're
so
scared. They're terrified.
Yeah. I mean, if I would ran at something and now nothing happens, I would just assume, you know, and they say don't assume, but that the creature or whatever it is now just watching you. You know, now they're like, oh, he knows we're here. Yeah. And now we're just gonna stop moving. Dude, I see a fucking monster or ghost. I'm not gonna fucking fight it. It's not.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't want to throw hands with something from
if it's a ghost,
this dimension.
Exactly. I'm not gonna. I personally wouldn't.
I don't exist in your
the fact that
by
your
rules.
Yes, the fact that you are now here in the presence already shows that I know less and less now of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Your whole thing is shattered
because it's not an everyday occurrence. There are people who say they see ghosts, you know, and I don't say I don't believe them, but I also don't say that I believe it.
Oh, okay. So that was my next question.
Yeah.
So do you believe in ghosts?
I don't not believe in them, if that makes sense. You know,
No.
have I seen a ghost? No. Do I need to see one to prove that they exist or not exist? No.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if someone's like, "Hey, I saw a ghost," or there was my TV was flickering and I saw a shadow walk by, I'd be like, "All right." I'm not saying that you're crazy. That may or may not have happened, but I don't need to check that out. I don't need to fact check that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with not knowing if that's real or not.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Because I don't need to be in a situation where like, oh shit, they do exist.
So I agree because exactly. The
You know?
only way that it would prove to me that it would be true is so negative.
Yeah.
That like I don't need that in my life.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm good without it.
Because I've had friends that they've said that our house used to be haunted or whatever, and I'm like, damn, that fucking sucks. Yeah. And they're people I trust, so I'm like, yeah, you might be lying to me, but you don't get anything over me.
Yeah.
You know.
Right,
So to me, it's like if it is real, it's like, damn, that sucks for you.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Right.
And that you have to deal with this.
Right.
For me, it's like I'd rather not know. I'd rather not see it to believe it.
Yeah, so that's funny because like I wouldn't be a ghost hunter. That's I like watching those videos. They're really interesting
Because
to
you're
me
safe.
because I'm safe, you know. But I wouldn't go to it because one thing that scares me is like possession, like exorcism and all that stuff.
Nah, I'm good.
And like that stuff because you can't. I'm like. I just spent this whole time talking about like being armed against whatever it is, right?
If it enters your body.
You can't be strong. You can't outrun possession. You can't like be a stronger person and like not get possessed.
Yeah,
like
faith.
if you get possessed, you get possessed.
If you have
What?
faith. If you have strong faith.
No, I don't think that really. I mean, that may or may not save you.
Yeah.
But there's so many times where people that are faithful don't make it.
They get possessed even
or
harder.
They get possessed harder or whatever. It's like not that.
That
There's no.
possessed.
It's completely random. That's so
random.
crazy. And people say that it could be like mental issues or whatever that cause that. That's true. But what I'm trying to say is, even if that's the case, still the things that happen or occur in the so-called exorcism that even someone can label as like, no, that was mental problems. It's still so crazy. It's still really crazy and negative and bad and out of this world that I don't want to deal with it.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So even if I'm not technically and scientifically possessed,
that's why
I don't want to risk going nuts like that.
Yeah, that's why I don't do the Ouija board. Have you ever done Ouija board?
No, I've never done that.
Nah, fuck that. I see like his little keychains and shit. I'm good.
You're talking about like trusting your homies, right? I had some homies.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homies. Mike, Jose, Brian, Anthony, like all these dudes. They're doing the Ouija board.
Yeah, not good.
At my homie Jose's house, and then it was like one of those rainy, typical night.
Like
it was like lightning. Yeah, they were like it was literally lightning.
Yeah.
They could hear the lightning. It was raining. So they were bored.
Okay.
They were like they had just got the Ouija board. They sitting there, and then they start messing with it, and it's a no.
Yeah, it's a
and
big
stuff
no.
started like the window closed on its own, and it
fuck
could have happened by itself.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, but stuff started happening coincidentally when they started messing with the Ouija board. They freaked out and they threw the Ouija board under the house.
Yeah, under the house.
Under the house.
What?
Yeah, I know. Like,
hey, homies.
Yeah.
That's like the worst place to keep it.
I was like, are you trying to start like a local, like urban,
like
slasher
creatures
film?
are coming out of the fucking ground to
like,
take the Ouija board back, and that's like poltergeist.
Exactly. I was like, what are you doing? That was your answer?
Yeah.
Like the they ran out immediately.
Yeah.
Like some of them ran home.
Yeah.
They're in the rain because they were just like terrified.
Yeah.
And Jose was like terrified and threw it under the house, and it's like, that's your answer, bro. Like, this is the beginning of you burn it. You know what I mean?
Well,
you send it somewhere.
You
put
give it to
on
somebody else.
Let them deal with it.
What's up? You're not a fan? That's cool. I don't want it back. I'm good.
No, dude.
No give backs. No give backs.
Yeah, exactly. Right when you give it to him, make a freak.
It's not even my birthday. Yes, it is. Here, take it.
It is. Exactly.
It's not even wrapped.
Exactly.
Hey, fucker! You
It
just throw it out the door.
Scratch marks on
blood.
Exactly.
I don't want this.
No, but it's crazy, and I trust that weird stuff happened.
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't know.
Like
I don't believe in it.
Exactly. Like the easy explanation is that since so many people are trying to move it, that's why it moves to different things.
Exactly.
You know? But the
And then
crazier
they
explanation, but the crazier explanation is that it's literally fucking moving by itself. So therefore, that is scarier than, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's too much of a
leap.
Yeah, that I'm not willing to accept. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I'm not willing to be like, oh guys, really? We weren't moving it. Oh, now we're all fucked. You know? I don't need to take that gamble.
Yeah, why?
You know, I'll try, I'm risky.
Do you need a ghost attached to you and your
Yeah.
family and your home?
Yeah.
To prove that I guess ghosts exist. Oh shoot, now I gotta live 40 years until I die and with this ghost bothering me. No, dude, I don't need it. I just don't need it. I don't believe in it, but at the same time I don't need proof.
No, exactly.
That it exists. You know, definitely.
I'm okay not knowing. You know?
Yeah, same, definitely not. So you would never be
because I'm one that's like I have to see it to believe it. But that's one I don't want to see to believe it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll just say I don't know if it exists. Like aliens,
I don't know
I believe in aliens.
I don't like when people like that. When people say that, like, oh, you need to see it to believe it. You need to try it once. You need to no, you don't, dude.
Some things you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't need to try heroin.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I don't need to try that once. You know,
right?
Like
I think I'm good, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You got an extra dose of heroin.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you just say you believe in aliens?
I do.
What a lunatic.
You believe in aliens. That's what I'm saying.
Just kidding.
But yeah,
I don't believe in aliens. They are aliens. There's like aliens.
Nah, I don't know.
Mathematically.
Oh, we're gonna go mathematically now.
The universe is infinite. Yeah. Is infinite. Okay. And you're gonna tell me that you really honestly believe we're the only living organisms? Yeah. No, come on. No. Mathematically, probably with the probability there are other
life forms.
Life forms.
But are they as intelligent or more intelligent than us?
No, we're humans. Come on, we're the best.
They probably,
we're the best.
They don't tune into this podcast.
They don't. They definitely don't.
Right.
No, they definitely don't.
Right.
No, but I don't know. I also I think aliens exist. The question is whether they've made contact or not. You know?
And that's another one. Like I'm okay not seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I don't know.
I would want to see it from. I would want to know they exist, like the military's handling it on camera.
I would. That's actually one. Yeah, like I would like to see it, but as long as I'm not in any type of jeopardy.
Yeah, but as soon as they're saying hello, we're
because
in some
it's a physical
type of jeopardy.
Yeah, that's a physical thing. But
we're
the ghost
jeopardy.
is not physical, so I don't want to see it in front of me. You know.
Yeah.
The aliens is like, oh, I might. I
kind of don't want to see it. That's kind of. No, because see, the alien thing kind of scares me too.
Yeah, like fire.
Because if you even think about it, them arriving and saying hello means they can kill us.
Yeah, because they have the technology.
They have the technology to get here. So if them just arriving and being like,
but what if they weren't that far away? Because we've sent stuff to Mars and to the moon. You know, we still have technology like that. What if they were like on the other side of the moon?
Right, but that would still mean they're slightly more advanced than us. And the stuff that we've made.
Not necessarily. You know? What if they're like, man, we finally got a ship off Mars in this cave that we're living in. You know? We took pieces off of the ships that came here.
No.
The rovers that got destroyed.
I think the technology to get here would cement a certain foundation of technology that exists, like propulsion. I don't know. I just think they would be too advanced. Even if you, like we say, as advanced as us, I mean, we're dangerous creatures.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, so it's scary.
We don't know. We would fight them. On the 4th of July.
I don't know. Have our Independence
Day. I don't know. That's just what I feel. And then they would come back, and we'd fight them again.
Independence Day.
That's what we call it. The second Independence Day.
The second Independence Day.
That's what we would call it. I just have that feeling. I don't know. I don't know where I got that from. I think it's an original idea of mine.
No, I'm not saying we would lose. I'm just saying we would be at a disadvantage.
I'm just saying there'd probably be a lot of death.
Well, every war, that's...
Exactly.
What is
but now it's on a grand scale of like other creatures from another world, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Bringing a fucking huge ass ship that eclipses the sun.
Well, that kind of brings in the whole thing that we were talking about the last episode with the Watchmen, where it's like it would unite the human race to fight the one.
But there's still those people who are just gonna live out their end of days.
Oh, they're not gonna care.
And they just kill you. Come on, over here. What the hell are you doing? I need your TV because I want to watch the end of days.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
Oh,
they're gonna be waiting for it on the rooftops.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
like that. Just bring up, come on, take me up. Yeah.
So aliens built the pyramids, huh?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Dude, those shits are. I don't know. I don't think. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked because because we built it. So I mean,
where did we learn that?
I'm just saying like it's magnificent. Yeah. So if aliens built it, I'd be like, wow. Right now, the credit goes to humans. It's like a magnificent.
So you're like, oh, see, I knew we weren't capable of doing that.
No, I think humans built it. I think we built it.
I don't know. I think there's like a nugget of something that an alien dropped, or like, you know.
Maybe, but I think we built it. It's a human achievement until it's proven otherwise.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. And so, and then I'll be like, oh wow, whoever did that, because it is great, you know. So whoever did it is awesome. But right now, we are the ones accredited for it. So
we just took the credit.
Now they want,
exactly. Now they're coming back.
Now they're coming back. They're like, did you say?
Yeah. Right.
Wait, excuse me. Did you just say that you made? Have you been saying that you made this?
Our whole planet is pyramids.
Exactly. It's just a planet of pyramids. Yeah. No, but all right, man. So that's our show. That was a long show. We had a long question, long topics, long beard, long face.
Wow. Fucking shade, huh?
Yeah, that's what's up. But all right, guys.
Is your pencil?
Huh?
I was gonna break it, but then I feel bad. I do. I don't know why I felt
and scared. and scared.
Scared like
and terrified of the zoo, terrified of me, terrified of aliens, then ghosts. Guys, make sure you.
What about a ghost alien?
Wow!
Imagine, damn, mind it blown. Like, comment, subscribe
to every single episode. Please do it. Please do it.
Yeah.
No, but join the conversation. And tune in for the next episode. This was episode 609.
And we love your questions. Thank you.
We love your questions. They were great. Give us more questions, please. Engage, and like we said, we'll answer it in the next episode. But this is the show no one asked for. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Saga MC.
Until next time, peace out.
Later. Dude, ghost aliens. That's the craziest thing.
That's too much. It's too much. That's another podcast.